Even though everyone has gone through such different experiences and upbringings, and no one has the exact same family or set of friends or the same upbringing that developed their values and core beliefs that they have today, it's extremely validating and feels so good when you can see that other people have gone through similar things as you, even if it wasn't exactly the same. The same patterning of these unmet needs when we were children, which show up later on in our adulthood and inform the way that we perceive love and the way that we feel that we're allowed to be treated because of the ways that we were treated when we were kids. We can find so much of a connection to other people and see that our feelings are so valid, and it makes so much sense that based on the way that you were raised, you've developed these beliefs or these fears or these perceptions of what life is supposed to be and what love looks like. And until you wake up and recognize that it doesn't always have to be that way, you're stuck in this kind of trance. And I think that when you're on your healing journey, it can feel really isolating and lonely, because if your immediate friend group hasn't gone through the same situation as you, which likely they probably haven't, right? You feel really isolated and alone because you have this sensation of nobody knows what I'm going through. No one feels what I'm going through exactly. And that can be so lonely because you feel like you try to express what you're going through and you try to explain it and you need someone to vent to or lean on and find support through. But these people don't exactly know what to say because they haven't gone through the exact circumstances as you. And even for me, as I started my healing journey, when I felt like I hit rock bottom, I felt like I would explain the situation to my friends and my family, but nobody knew exactly what I felt. And it felt really lonely and isolating, to be honest. And I think it's really beautiful that through TikTok, through social media, we actually have access to a huge community of people all over the world where someone knows what you're feeling and someone's going through a similar thing at the exact moment as you. And when I turned to TikTok and I found these conversations that people were having that were extremely deep and vulnerable and raw and real, I felt so seen because I would watch these videos and be like, oh, like, I feel like they're reading my heart. Or I've been getting like comments on that last video of like, are you in my walls? Or like, you hit the nail on the head, or like, are you watching me? Because it feels like really they get you to the extent where you feel like they're reading your mind because you're like, oh, actually, I'm not that alone. And I think that if you find yourself feeling isolated and that no one in your physical circle understands what you're going through, I just want to say that you're really not alone, that even though it feels like you have to hold the brunt of all of this and it only happened to you, it's not true. Even though no one has the exact same experience or circumstances as you do, which is true, someone else can understand and feel what you're feeling to the extent that I can make this video and someone will say, you're reading my mind. And I think that's really beautiful because we can find connection through other people and understand that we are going through these difficult circumstances and we may be in different places all over the world, but you are not alone in that someone else can feel what you're feeling, and someone else is out there having went through something similar and having grown and changed and proven that it is possible to break that cycle. It is possible to break out of that. And I think that if you're at the rock bottom right now, you feel like nothing's going right, you feel overwhelmed and tired and exhausted and like, why does this never end? And this feeling, I just want to stop feeling it. I'm here to tell you that there are other people who have gone through similar circumstances, maybe not exactly the same, but they have made it through the other side. And that should be proof to you and knowing to you that you can pull through this, you can get through this. It's so hard, it's so unfair that you had to go through these circumstances. You didn't deserve it, but you're allowed to feel hurt and you're allowed to feel sad. And I hope that you feel seen because there are other people who see you and know what you're going through, even if there isn't that support in your immediate circle, or even though the people around you may not seem to know what you're experiencing. You are not alone, and there are people out there who will see you and validate you, and you are not crazy for feeling these things. You are allowed to feel every feeling that you're having, even if it feels overwhelming and uncomfortable and you don't want to feel it. You are allowed to feel that way, and you should allow yourself to feel it, even if it's hard, because by allowing it to pass through you and not being identified by the feeling, you will be able to heal, and you will be able to find a comfort within yourself where you can know that this feeling was so uncomfortable, but I sat through it and I brought myself through it and I got to the other side of it. You can do it even if it's hard. I believe in you. I hope you know that you are seen and that your feelings are so valid. You are allowed to feel all of these things. You've got this.